I would say my musical influences, they're pretty varied. I love all different types of music. It doesn't really matter as long as it's got like feeling to it. But a lot of the influences that I have pulled from my life, have been guitar players like, of course, Jimi Hendrix, Carlos Santana, but artists like, James Brown, Prince, U2, Satriani, gospel artists. I mean, I grew up listening to gospel. My father was a reverend in a Baptist church, so gospel has been a part of me for as long as I can remember. And so that's just like in the background, and I've always, had exposure to gospel music, to Hawkins Family, Crouch, so many different artists, and even up to today in the new contemporary type of gospel music that has had an influence on me and still has an influence on me till today. When I'm playing instrumental music, I think, and the interesting thing about that is instrumental music, because it doesn't have words, I think it lends to lots of different interpretations, which I think is good because, different people will pick up different things. But what I try to do is I try to make sure that whenever I'm doing instrumental music, I try to make sure that I pour as much of whatever it is that I'm thinking, or the theme of the song, or the name of the song. I try to pour as much into that as possible when I'm actually playing. And music does communicate. And many a time I've not said anything about what the song was, and people picked up on what the theme of the song was without even hearing the title. Because I think as much of me as I could put into it, as much of what I was trying to say or communicate actually came out and came through the music. I would say that there is kind of a common theme in my music, and that's from I guess you could say an optimistic standpoint. You could say it has a basis of overcoming. It has a basis of I can make it. It has a basis of I might be challenged. I might, have, different issues. I might have different concerns, but overall, you're gonna make it. That's what I want to try to have as a theme, that I try to push that line throughout all of my music. I have songs called, like Overcome. I have a song, called Patience. I have a song called, Victorious. And again, it's a theme of I'm gonna make it, I'm gonna push through.